The Queen's Indian Defense Riemann variation appears on the board as Javakhishvili and Zhu battle it out in Fide Women's Grand Prix 0-4-5 Austria round 4. On d4. Knight f6. Knight f3. On e6. On g3. On b6. Bishop g2. Bishop b7. On c4. Bishop b4 check. Bishop d2 entered in Queen's Indian Defense Riemann variation. Threatening bishop takes b4. Bishop e7 played by Zhu. Knight c3. On c6. King castled kingside. On d5. Bishop f4. King castled kingside. Knight d2. On takes c4. Knight takes c4. Knight d5. Queen d2. Knight takes f4. Queen takes f4. Knight d7. It is novelty move. Knight e4. Bishop a6. Threatening bishop takes c4. Rook ac1 played by Javakhishvili. Rook c8. On h4. Knight f6. Rook fd1. Bishop takes c4. Rook takes c4. On c5. Knight c3. Threatening pawn takes c5. Queen e8 played by Zhu. Zhu is planning to play. On b5. Rook takes c5. Bishop takes c5 and dominate the board. On takes c5 played by Javakhishvili. Bishop takes c5. Knight e4. Javakhishvili is planning to play. Knight takes f6 check. On takes f6. Rook dc1. Queen d7. Queen takes f6 and dominate the board. Knight takes e4 played by Zhu. Queen takes e4. Queen b5. Zhu wants to play. Bishop takes f2 check. King takes f2. Rook takes c4 and take decisive advantage. On b3 played by Javakhishvili. Rook fd8. Threatening rook takes d1 check. Queen c2 played by Javakhishvili. On a5. On a4. Threatening pawn takes b5. Queen e8 played by Zhu. On e3. Rook takes d1 check. Queen takes d1. Rook d8. Threatening rook takes d1 check. Queen e2 played by Javakhishvili. Queen d7. Bishop e4. Queen d1 check. Queen takes d1. Rook takes d1 check. King g2. On f5. Threatening pawn takes e4. Bishop c2 played by Javakhishvili. Threatening bishop takes d1. Rook d2 played by Zhu. Threatening bishop takes e3. King f1 played by Javakhishvili. Bishop b4. King g2. King f7. On g4. On g6. On h5. King f6. On takes g6. On takes g6. On takes f5. On takes f5. King g3. Bishop c5. Rook c3. On g5. Bishop d3. On g4. Bishop a6. Bishop d6 check. On f4. Bishop c5. Rook d3. Threatening rook takes d2. Rook b2 played by Zhu. Zhu considers playing. Bishop b4. Rook d1. Rook takes b3 and seizes the initiative. Bishop c4 played by Javakhishvili. King g6. Think carefully what is the best move for Javakhishvili. Rook d1 is logical continuation as King f6. Rook d5. Bishop b4. Rook d1. Bishop c5. Rook d5 position is equal. Let's go to the main variation. King g6. Bishop d5 is a mistake played by Javakhishvili. Bishop b4. Threatening bishop e1 mate. Bishop g2 played by Javakhishvili. Bishop e1 check. King h2. King h5. Rook d8. Bishop d2. Rook h8 check. King g6. Rook g8 check. King f7. Bishop d5 check. King e7. On e4. Bishop takes f4 check. King g1. King d6. Bishop a8. Bishop e3 check. Take a moment to spot the best move for Javakhishvili. King f1 is logical continuation as on f4. On e5 check. King e6. Rook takes g4. On f3. Bishop takes f3. Still Javakhishvili is losing. Let's proceed to the main variation. Bishop e3 check. King h1. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Zhu? King e5 is best move here because on takes f5. King f4. Rook e8. Bishop d4. Bishop e4. On g3s who have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main game. King h1 loses position played by Javakhishvili. Rook b1 check could cost the game. Played by Zhu. King h2. Take a moment to spot the best move for Zhu. Rook b2 check is a strong choice since King g3. On f4 check. King h4. On g3. King g5. King e5s who have small advantage. Let's go to the main game. King h2. On g3 check. Slightly worse move played by Zhu. King g2. On f4. Rook g6 check. King e5. Bishop d5. Rook b2 check. Zhu secured the win in style.